Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of November, so that is week 6 here at school. And Year 5 and 6 camps have kept us fairly busy over the last week and a half or so. I've just spoken with our camp team over at Broken Bay, who are having breakfast, about to pack up and have a mornings of activities before returning to Thornley West today before 3 o'clock with a bit of luck, and then everyone can go home, have a good night's sleep. And last week, our Year 6 kids travelled to Canberra for a 3-day, 2-night excursion. That was an absolutely massive undertaking. We had to leave here 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday. The students travelled off to Canberra, got to visit the War Memorial, Parliament House. They went to go and see all the events at Questacon, the Dinosaur Museum. So a whole range of things that certainly kept them busy, with one of the highlights being the War Memorial. So as it was Remembrance Week, we took a wreath down and we had the opportunity to lay that wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier, which is something that doesn't normally happen for a school tour. But we just got the right tour guide at the right time, and that worked really well for us. And was really one of the highlights of the event for everybody. Absolutely huge week. The kids did such a wonderful job, and we're really pleased to see everyone come back tired but happy, and then front up for school again on Thursday morning. Friday we had our PWSA grand finals. So we had a couple of teams that made it through, and I was really pleased to be able to attend. And even though there was a bit of rain happening, they didn't dampen any spirits, and we played on nonetheless. And we had one of our teams had a win, which was great, and one of our teams had a very close loss. But with both teams, one of the takeaways for me was how well they played until the last minute. No one gave up. They kept on pushing to the very last second, and it did occur to me that had the game been 10 minutes longer, maybe the result would have been different. But it was with a real sense of pride that I watched that, and I think it was a great reflection upon our kids and upon our whole school. Last week I spent quite a lot of time with our Year 5 students who were completing EOIs for student leadership. So a few weeks ago they came along at lunchtime. We completed EOIs together. They used a Google form. From there they had to meet with me, and I set aside a day and had meetings one after the other, met with 30 students, and we spoke about student leadership at school, about what they can offer to the role, how they met the criteria. And from there, we had to work out if I was supportive of their applications or not. And all of the applications that were supported, then the kids in Years 4 to 6 helped with a shortlisting process. And that occurred at school here Thursday last week. And so now we have 16 students who will be presenting leadership speeches on Monday. And then we'll have a whole school vote to determine our 2025 leadership team. So it's quite a lot of work for the students, and something that I keep a fairly big hand in, and I do really enjoy those meetings and conversations with the students. And it's wonderful to be able to look at our whole student group and think any of these students would be a fantastic person to have as one of our school leaders, and I do really have that confidence. So I'm very, very pleased with how that process is going. Once our students return from camp, we're going to start progressing the sports leadership and band leadership. But with Year 5 away from school this week, we've not been able to do that. The plan is to have everything completed by week 8 in preparation for presentation day. And the last update I've got is around silent auction, which was part of the P&C's Spring Fair event. And there were some of those items that really relied upon the school day and how we were going to deliver on those undertakings. So of the prizes, Emma was able to choose the music this week for the change of lesson bell. So all week the music's been her selection, and kids seem to be enjoying it, which is great. Also had last week at our badge assembly, Calla was the secret spy. It was a very hard decision because the class she ultimately chose wasn't her own, but she felt that she gave it to the most deserving class, so good on her for that. And there's actually a second part to the secret spy prize. It's a shared prize, and in week 8 there'll be another student secret spy. This morning I've got Sophie coming down to join me. She's writing the top bit of today's newsletter, so all the rest's done, and as soon as school starts I'll send for Sophie and we can work together on the top of the newsletter. So do read it, see what's on Sophie's mind, which would be fantastic. Now that leaves 3 prizes yet to be delivered. So in week 8 we're going to have a principal for a day coming to join me, and we'll do my job. Perhaps I'll provide some assistance, perhaps. And on the same day we have a student who will be ringing the brass bell to signify the change of lessons at the end of lunch. So that will be on Badge Assembly Day, which is obviously planned for that very purpose. And next week I have a kindergarten student. She'll be coming to join me to record this video. And so we'll have that all organised ready for our next newsletter event, and be a bit of a different centre pace. So it's a really good bit of fun. The kids have enjoyed it. It was a good fundraiser as well as part of that P&C. So from everyone here at Thornlie West Public School, that's the update for this week. We look forward to seeing you soon.